Okay, back in the old rig. Gonna do a quick trade recap of all my trades of the week. I'm gonna start doing this instead of my usual where I do like trade recaps daily. I'm gonna do a weekly recap every single either Friday or Sunday or Saturday. I don't know, just at the end of the week. And I just want to go over all the trades. So today, unfortunately, so far we've had Monday break even trade, Tuesday losing trade, kinda. Wednesday, winning trade, and then today, losing day. So let's get into the trade of today, where I took this long, this continuation long right here. We swept low of day. We're trading within the 4 hour for Valley Gap right here. We saw a continuation move higher. We had basically everything I like to look for. The I do think I made a mistake in the macroeconomic aspect of things because I was asking for a lot. I was asking for an over 800 point move. So I'm, in reality, when you have a news candle such as this one right here from Mr. Donald J. Trump, you can probably expect us to just move lower from here. I don't think that there's any reasons for us to continue higher when that's like the type of imbalance that we have and we're seeing, overnight trade lower. I feel like that's a mistake I made where I should have been looking for, okay, we probably want to go lower here. But I mean, again, the long really did present itself to be a pretty solid long. I can't be mad about it, to be honest. We had everything. Like, we swept liquidity, we had an SMT, we tapped the 5 minute, we saw immediate bullish reactions, we saw an even secondary like bullish confirmation. Like, I'm really happy about this trade. I would take this trade any other day. I just think macroeconomic wise, I made a mistake. So that's really unfortunate. Price ended up dumping for the essentially rest of the day. So I'll exit the replay mode. I'll exit the replay mode so you guys can see. Like, we basically just dumped the rest of the day. Was there another trade? Well, there was this absolute banger of a short that you could have taken, which is this 5 minute inverse for Valley Gap right here. If we took that, you could take like basically a 1 to 6 or something like that. If you put your stops like above this high, for example, and then target this low, yeah, it would have been like a 1 to 4. I mean, but there are other trades. It's fine. We took our losing day, not a big deal. It is what it is. So get into yesterday. Yesterday's trade was very solid. Super happy about it. I took it on ES. So let's get to ES, and I can show you guys that. I took the following trade. This is on Wednesday, Thursday. Here we go. So what Wednesday? This is a trade I took. Wait, no, not this. This is today, Thursday. This is right here, Wednesday. So let me go to the replay mode. Let's go to 9:45, which is exactly when I took the trade, actually, or like almost exactly. What did we see from ES? First, we're still ranging. We're within the range after this like giant news candle. So I was kind of expecting like this. Something that I read is I feel very important is if you're in a range, you can expect reversals. If you're in a trend, you can expect continuations. That's kind of like how you want to go about it, and something I'm going to try to implement in my trading. But I took this short right here, what I would call the most A-plus setup in a really long time, to be honest. Like, it was one of the best setups I've seen, or like one of the longest times. So we swept the high of day, which was right here, the London high. We had an SMT with NQ. We were reacting off of an hourly gap, technically. We also formed what I would say is the most A-plus M possible. So you can see a double top M. Then we flipped this 1 minute gap right here. We flipped this 1 minute failed BPR right here. Just perfect confirmation. Decided to enter on this. Didn't have to wait for the closure below. And I was targeting my take profit 1 was here. Take profit 2 was here. Take profit 3 was here. Take profit 4 and 5 were down here. So as you can see, we just essentially dumped straight to take profit. Really good trade. I wish I would have sized up a little more because of how good it looked. But since we're still within the range, I was a little bit scared. Solid trade. Not much else to talk about. Literally the most A-plus setup of all time. Now, moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday, bro. First, I took this long on Asia, kind of like a really stupid long. We flipped a 5 minute right here, and I took a long right here, long loss right here. Really stupid, not a good trade. I don't even want to go over that. Just like a rush trade. It just doesn't make any sense with my plan. Anyways, going into the open, we were still trading within a range again. But during New York, what we saw is we swept all of these lows right here. And we saw a pretty clean move up. We had this 1 minute gap that was kind of holding us in this bullish action. And I saw a very clean W forming for longs, as you can see right here. It's like pretty obvious. So unfortunately, I messed up my trade copier. And this is really annoying. Where on my live account, I entered all the way down here off of this 1 minute gap right here. I entered off of this 1 minute gap right here, and I messed up my trade copier. So all of my funded accounts didn't copy trade into here, meaning that I essentially got fucked. How so? Well, if I had entered down here, I would not have gotten stopped at a break even. I would have hit my final take profit, and it's really annoying. It is really, really, really annoying. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I took this trade on NQ, not ES. So let's go to NQ here. I forgot that I'm still on ES. So I'll show you guys the trade on NQ. So it was, yeah, right here. I guess I should have taken it on ES, but NQ looked a little bit better. Same idea. We also had an internal sweep. We had this clean closure of the 1 minute gap. So my original entry was here, with stops below this, take profit 1 at the New York high, and then take profit 2 and 3 all the way up here. That was the trade, right? We chop around for an hour, and then we go to take profit 1. However, because my take profit 1 was only a fourth of my position, I then got broke even immediately, and then my take profit 2 and 3 got hit, meaning that I ended up with a losing day because it couldn't make up for the loss of London. So it was a winning trade, just not a winning day, which is really frustrating. But, you know, shit happens. Now, on Monday, what did I take on Monday? Or sorry, am I skipping over a day? I believe I am skipping over Tuesday, am I not? Oh, this is Tuesday's trade. I already went over that. Okay, so on Monday, I took the following trade. I need to just remember exactly what I took. I took on Monday, yeah, I took a loss initially, and then, or sorry, I didn't take a loss. I believe, I cannot remember the trade that I took. Let me go on Discord really quickly so I can just see the trade that I took on Monday. So this is Tuesday. It would be Monday, March 23rd, I believe. Yeah, because that's like, okay, no, hold on, the 23rd. Yeah, okay. So I went long on ES. Oh, after this absolute shit show of price action presented itself. Let's go to the appropriate time, which is Monday. Okay. So, oh yeah, I remember what I took now. Okay. I took the following trade on ES where I took the following trade on ES, which is a win. It was a winning day. I took this where I actually entered twice. I entered this trade a little bit preemptively right here, and I got manipulated out of my stops, and then I decided to enter again on this 1 minute closure right here, and then my first take profit got hit for a 1 to 1.5 1 to 1.5 R, which is over here, I believe. My entry was a little bit lower. My entry was like down here. Now, what did I see on this? We swept all these 1 minute gaps below. This, honestly, I shouldn't have been trading this because Trump just put out that crazy news event. Our original trade was based off of this W right here, where I thought we were just going to be bullish after clearly not wanting to sweep the lows and respecting 1 minute gap. But I got cooked. I got fucked. I entered after here. We swept these two 1 minute gaps. We saw continuations higher, forming a better W right here. Entered over here, caught this move up for like a 1 to 1.5, and then I got stopped out of break even for my second, but still fine. Realized for about like a winning day. I did go half risk because of the Trump thing. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, that's all the trade that I took. The live account is still at 1900. It's really annoying that today I lost $750, and yesterday I made $750. So we're still at 1900, still going on with the challenge. Just wanted to do a little quick weekly recap of all my trades. I'm gonna, like I said, start doing these weekly recaps instead of the daily recaps. I feel like I can just put more information in and we can kind of go over the whole week. This one is very quick, and I know we still have Fridays to trade. So what I'm going to do is, on next week's recap, I'm going to put in Friday for it too. That's basically it for the trading day. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.